No, don't worry, don't worry. But here I have more time because my next class is at 7, so I'm in good
Ah,
shape.
okay, perfect.
So how was your day, Mitch? How was your day? What did you do today?
Actually, in school, I did not too much things as usual. Just today, some classmates had some presentations about social anxiety, but not more than that. Well, I have too much work because with the thing that we're going to don't go to the school Thursday and Friday, I have to make too much more work until before Thursday. I have to finish today so many things.
I see, I see. Okay, so it was a busy day. What about you, Mickey? How was your day today?
Um, in the school was a relaxed day because we didn't do much. Actually, we only have two classes, and the majority of time we saw the soccer,
You saw what?
the
Excuse me?
the World Cup.
Oh, oh, the World Cup. Okay. How's it going? Is it true that Argentina lost to Saudi Arabia?
Yeah, yeah, it's true. Lost Argentina to. I
2 to
think that
1.
Argentina. Yeah, I think so.
I was making the joke that Argentinians have a lot of good players, but the Saudis have a lot of oil wells. So
That's true. That's so true.
that may count more, right? That may be a more important factor. The fact that they set the international price of oil, that might count
Yeah,
much more. As the Americans say, money talks.
that's
But of,
so true.
yeah, but I was saying that in joke, but of course, some of the students said, well, could be true.
But it's
It's,
real.
well, sometimes we think that when I was a kid, I thought about the purity of the game, that it was exclusively the game, and unfortunately, it's not the case very often. Sometimes many other factors are involved in a competition other than the pure sport, which
Yeah.
is a pity, but well. Okay, so here we are, and I would like that we go through the grammar book that we've been working on since the other day. And let me open this in chapter. I think we're in chapter 17 already, right? We're close to finishing the book. Well, here. And I'm going to share the screen as usual, and we'll continue with that topic. How did Mexico do against Poland? Did we win? Did we draw? What happened?
No, it was how do you say
A draw?
empate? A draw,
A draw? A tie? Tie or a draw? Yeah.
a tie. Yeah,
I heard that Ochoa, the goalkeeper, stopped a penalty, right?
yeah. It was the best
Okay,
thing
good.
of all the match.
Really?
Yeah,
Well, did you watch the game, Mickey?
just a part because well, it was like a controversy because the direction didn't give the permission to see the soccer game in the classroom, but
Okay.
we were doing in a how can I say this incognito way.
Are you
And yeah,
okay?
obviously, uh, we put the screen and and the volume in the lowest level to don't
Okay.
create more noise. but at the end they noticed and they uh, canceled all the. How can I say this?
Simulation or what? The
Yeah,
rock? Oh,
the simulation.
wow. Did they get upset?
Yes, a little bit.
Okay. I heard that whatever happened with that news about the new director that they had expelled the Instituto from the Jesuit community. Remember that you once told us?
Nothing changed. He's still there in the direction.
Okay.
Uh, the last week, one teacher in the institute was fired.
Oh, really?
Yeah, probably you know him. It's Cesar Cervantes.
Cesar Cervantes? No, I don't know him. His name sounds familiar. The
He
one that I
make
know that,
like mhm.
yes.
He do well. He did all the cultural things like
Oh, okay.
the place in the school and the I don't know what's the name of the Department of Culture in the school, but he was the
He was in charge.
yeah he was in charge of it.
Okay. Do you guys know? I don't know. I think Mitch, you know Gisela, Gisi Quen.
Uh, Not really.
You don't know her? Do you, Mickey?
No.
Not sure.
Do you know Javier, maybe?
Javier Cuen?
Yeah.
Probably I just recognize him if I see him, but
Okay. Well, she told me that she had been just fired from her position, and she is the daughter of the owner. So
oh,
your dad is going to know because he's been there for many years, and he will know. But she told me she's my cousin, my second, third cousin actually. And she told me that
really?
she had been fired from the original position which she had, but because she is the daughter of the founder of the Instituto, they cannot take her out of the institution. But they just didn't want her to continue doing in the working in the research department, so they assigned her to the what do you call this university, Universidad Escolarizada, I think, to a new position in the university. But it's funny, but being the daughter of the owner or the founder of the institution, and they expel her from the position in which she was. So it's funny that these things occur in that university. And well, what can I say, right?
Yeah. I think that in the Instituto they mixed like the familiar things and other aspects, and that's why they take decisions, and some decisions are not right to my point of view.
Yeah, but well, okay, well that's funny to discuss one day with a cup of coffee, right? Let's work now. So, Mitch, can you please read the first table where it says education and learning,
Sure.
please?
Um, Educational learning. Topic vocabulary in contrast.
Okay. So let's read the first column and Mickey maybe the second, please.
Take, pass, read, study, test, exam, primary, secondary, high, college, classmate.
Okay, very good. So it's only that is colleague. Colleague, a person that works with you. The other word is college, which is different, but this is
Uh,
colleague. Colleague, yeah.
where's the difference?
College is where you go to college, and
Oh, of
colleague
course, but
in the
spelling.
spelling is different. College is spelled like Collage, like this, college.
Okay,
And colleague is a bit different,
colleague,
not too much. Colleague and college, yeah,
colleague,
right.
colleague.
Let's read, yeah, colleague and college, different words.
Okay.
uh, the second column, Mickey, if you would please.
Yes, sure. Prefect, pupil, student, qualifications, qualities, count, measure, degree, certificate, results, speak, talk.
Very good. And the third column, Mitch, please. Lesson.
Lesson, subject, achieve, reach, task, effort, know, recognize, teach, learn.
Okay, in this case, you distinguish clearly. You clearly distinguish the difference between achieve and reach, right?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Okay, now we have the most interesting part of these sections, which is normally the phrasal verbs. Can you do the first line, Mickey, and then probably provide an example with a phrase, and then you would do the second, Mitch, also with a sentence, please, with an example, if you can, please. So
Sure.
let's do the first one, Mickey, please. Catch on.
Catch on, understand. Mm,
It also means that you are recovering on something. Let's say that I was a little bit behind in the gym and I'm getting about even with my colleagues or other classmates or friends in the gym. So I'm catching on with my friends because I'm doing more exercise. So it's not only understand something, it's also recover, getting even with someone. You were a little bit behind and now you're getting even. So that's catching on, catch on.
could be I'm catching on my level in math.
Perfect, that's exactly right. Yes, very good. And let's do the second, Mitch, please.
Um,
Come round to.
come around to be persuaded to change your mind about.
Yeah. Yeah, somebody persuaded you to change your mind. So you came round, I came round the idea that, for example, in my case, I came around the idea that abortion was a good thing. I thought originally that people had the right, of course, it's not the truth, but people had the right to do with their body whatever they wanted. But now I came round to think that in reality something horrible and it's bad. But this is a very controversial topic. So you had an idea and then you changed that idea. You were persuaded to change your mind.
Okay.
So let's see what idea you had originally about something about, for example, math. Probably you thought that it was boring and you came around the idea that it was boring and now you think that it's interesting or something else, any other thing.
Mhm.
Okay, very good. Well, let's do number three, cross out. You want to do,
Cross out,
yes, please.
draw a line through something written.
Yes.
Mm, uh, the teacher crossed out all my exam.
Okay, yeah. Or maybe you had a sample, three samples of tennis shoes that you wanted to sell, but you decided to cross out the last pair because that you didn't consider that to be appropriate. So cross out also means to reject something that you originally considered acceptable, and then you decided, no, that is not fashionable. I'm gonna cross out the third pair of shoes.
Mhm.
All right. Okay. Let's see the next one, Mitch, please. Down on, please.
Dance and okay.
Yeah, number down on, please.
If something downs on you, you realize it for the first time. What means down on or downs?
Is that you realize something, you notice something for the first time. For example, uh, it just dawned on me that September has only 30 days. I didn't know, I didn't realize, or I didn't pay attention that September had only 30 days. So it just dawned on me that Christmas is Sunday or Sunday, something you didn't know, right? So you just realize, you just noticed something.
Okay. 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 Thank you. Thank you.
So let's see if you can do an example, Mitch, like that.
If I can give an example, I don't down down on I'm down on the uh, way that the avocados grow, the size of our yes. Oh, no, no.
Maybe you would say something downs on you. Something downs on you means that
Hmm?
an idea downed on you. Something downed on you. Something. It's like a me cayó, like when you say me cayó el 20, right? It dawned on me. It dawned on me. It dawned on me the idea, or it dawned on me the fact, or it dawned on
Okay.
me the possibility.
It down to me the fact that this week we are going to deliver all the projects.
Excellent example. Very good. So you just noticed, right? It dawned on me the idea, it dawned on me the fact that we
Mhm.
have to deliver the projects. Excellent example, Mitch. Thank you. Let's
Thank
do
you.
the next one. Mickey, please deal with.
Deal with, handle, cope with. Uh, Actually, I'm dealing with my homework.
Okay. I'm dealing with my homework. Right. Cope with. All right. That's a good example. I have to deal with. Okay. Very good. Then drop out. Mitch, please.
Drop out. Oh, leave school, etc. before you have finished a course. Okay. We you can you can hire that easy. You can hire him that easy because he's a dropout.
Well, you can or you cannot hire him so easily.
You cannot
Exactly.
hire him that easy because he's a dropout.
Very good. Exactly. You can also say, like in my case, I drop out. I dropped out of a basketball team because my friend Alex, who had invited me, was expelled from the basketball team. So I
Hmm.
immediately dropped out of the basketball team. So
Yeah,
my friend was expelled, so I decided to quit, to drop out of the basketball team. Okay, uh, get at Mickey, please.
Get at, try to express.
Yes.
Uh, my friend uh, got at his problems.
Let's see. You get at. You're trying to express an idea. For example, I ask you, you tell me that, let's say, you told me very clearly that Thursday, Friday, and Saturday you will be out of town. But let's say that you didn't. Let's suppose that you didn't. You tell me, well, Thursday is difficult. And Friday also a bit difficult. And Saturday difficult. But okay, Mickey, what are you trying to get at? Well, I am trying to get at the idea that Thursday, Friday, and Saturday we cannot have class. So you're trying to express an idea. It's like if
Oh,
I'm not being direct, and then you tell me, I tell you, hey Mickey, 20, the 25th is a day, a beautiful day. The 25th of December is a beautiful day with the family. Oh, okay, what else? Well, it's a day that I'd like to spend with my family. Okay, well, you know what? What are you trying to get at? Well, what I'm trying to get at is that possibly we will not have our class in the afternoon, but maybe in the morning or something, right? But I'm not being direct. And then when you ask the question, what are you trying to get at? What are you trying to express? Oh, I'm trying to get
Mm.
at something, and concretely is this, right? So,
Oh no, I got you.
okay, so let's see if you question a friend. What are you trying to get at? What are
Mhm.
you trying to say? Okay.
How do you answer? You need to answer using the word get at or not
Uh,
necessarily.
well, if somebody tells you, what are you getting at? I'm getting at the fact that, or I'm getting at the point that, or I'm getting at the situation that, or you simply express what you want to say. What are you trying to get at? Well, that probably on the 25th and on the 1st of January, the idea is that we have our class early in the morning or late in the night, whatever, right? So you don't have to say, I'm trying to get at something.
Hmm.
You just express what you want to say.
Thank you,
Okay.
teacher.
Yeah, no problem. Absolutely. Thanks. Well, let's do the next one, please. Get on with. Can you do that,
Uh,
Mitch, please?
get on with. Continue doing. Um, could be something like let's get on with. Let's get get on with the project because it. How can I say se vence?
It is due. It is
Uh-huh.
due on such and such date.
It is due today. Due or it is due today.
It it is due today. Exactly. You can say it's due today. Let's get
Mhm.
on with the project because it is due today. Yeah,
Yes, yes, yes.
it is due today is the correct way to say it. I'm trying to
Okay.
open the Windows administrator, but it's taking forever. I don't know why. Well, let me share the screen again. Getting on, I get on. I'd like to get on. I would like to continue, right? I'd like to get on with the with any activity that you're doing, right? You'd like to get on to continue. So let me share the screen again. These are common. Some of these are very common. Some others are not so common. For example, give in. Give in is like to give up. Oh no, I'm sorry. Give in is like you concede. So can we do that, Mickey? Please give in.
Hmm. Given,
Yes, please.
given, stop making an effort to achieve something difficult. Mm, could be
You probably decided to give in.
uh, I give in to try to get new tickets for Harry Styles.
Gave in, right? You gave in.
Gave in, yeah, because it
I
was
gave
yeah.
in.
Gave
Yes, I
in.
gave in trying to get it to get tickets. All right. I gave in. You can also say I gave up, which in this case is very similar. Give in is also concede. You are negotiating something and then you simply surrender. You say, okay, well, that's okay. I give in. I concede. It's like a give a concession. For example,
Okay.
you tell me, hey, teacher, this pair of shoes are 2,500. And I tell you, Mickey, but I'd like to get them like 2,300. And you say, well, but the quality is really good and this and that. Truly, 2,500 is really good price. I say, and I wanted to get a discount, but they say, okay, I give in. I don't bargain anymore. I don't bargain anymore. And I say, okay, here's the 2,500. So I give in. And any side can give the concession. You can also say, well, okay, let's do it 2,400 or 2,300. When somebody gives a concession, it's also given. It's very
Mhm.
similar in any kind. It doesn't have to be business. It can be for a permit to go to the movies, right?
Okay.
And then let's do the next one, Mitch. Keep up with. You want to do the next one, Mitch? Keep up with.
I think that Mitch was disconnected.
She was disconnected, right? Yeah. You want to try that? Okay, she connected back again. I think here she is. Okay, you're back, Mitch. Let's let's do keep up with.
Keep up with, stay at the same level as, okay, stay at the same level as, you have to train so much to keep up with the golden team.
Excellent. That's a great example. You want to keep up with. Exactly. Then the next one, Mickey, sail through.
Sail through. Do something cordial with something very easily. Uh, mm, in this case, you say sail through and the action, or sail through means like the action.
You sail through a lot of. It's like navigate through some difficulties, through some challenges, but you do it very easily. It's like
Could
if
be
you
like uh, the client was difficult, but I knew how to sail through it.
uh, yeah, exactly, yeah, something that, yeah, that's a great example. Something which is something which is easy, something which is easy for you to sort out,
Hmm.
something which is easy for you to sort out. You have, let's say, you have to deliver. Let me send a quick message really quick, please.
Yes, sure.
uh, okay, so you have some activities that you have to do. You go through them, but they are easy to do. It's not like if you have to hassle. It's a big hassle for me to, for example, to speak in German with German guys is a real hassle. But if I say I have to sail through speaking in English with different accents with people from Carolina, North Carolina, you can sail through that. You can do that quite easily. All you have to do is to adapt yourself to those things, right? But it's not something difficult or complicated.
Yeah.
So if you sail through that, then it's something kind of easy. Whereas if you have other tasks that you have to sort out, which are complicated, you don't use sail through. Maybe you say you go through some hassle. That would be the difference. So
Hmm.
sail through is go through something quite easily. Okay,
Okay, teacher. Thank
very
you.
good. Now let's do set out. Thank you, Mickey. Let's do set out, Mitch, please.
Yes, sit out. Explain, describe, or arrange something in a clear and detailed way. What means arrange, teacher? Sorry.
Arrange, organizar something, organizar algo in a clear and detailed way. It also shows determination, Mitch. Let's tell us something that you are determined to do and that you lay out in a very clear plan. For
Mm,
example, anything that you are decided to do.
Uh, I'm decided to try to work uh, or did no to do uh, the so many things as possible today and tomorrow.
Okay, very good, excellent. So you can say, I'm set out to do as many things as possible today and tomorrow. You are set out, you are determined, you are decided, and you explain that in a clear way. So I'm set out to do this, this, and this. You have the
Yeah,
determination, and also you have the clear description of your plan.
yeah, okay. I'm set out
So
to do all that stuff.
yeah, I am set out, I am determined, and I am clear about my plan. So it's
Okay,
okay, very good. And the last one, Mickey, please think over.
Think over. Uh, I think over to go to the gym today.
mhm,
Excellent. Yes. The other example could be if somebody asks you to accept him as a partner. Let's say somebody tells you, Mickey, I'd like to be your partner in the tennis shoe business. And you'd say, well, I think I have to think it over. I have to think it over. You need to consider it. You need to analyze it. I need to think it over, right? So something that you consider, that you analyze at length, that's what it is.
Okay,
Very
teacher.
good. Yes, okay, thank you very much. Now we have a list of very interesting words, which of course you know all of them, but just how we use them, that's what is really important. For example, the first one, well, let's read them all together without the line on the right, and then we do one by one, please. So, Mitch, can you read all the words, attention, break, discussion, exam, etc., please, and mention if you don't know anyone. I think you know them all,
sure. Uh,
please. Attention, break,
attention,
break.
attention, pay attention to something, somebody, attract somebody's attention, draw somebody's attention to something.
Okay, that draw is very important. You draw somebody's attention, which is very is common too, but it's not as common as attract
Yeah.
somebody's attention.
Bye.
You
What means
also
draw in this context? Sorry.
draw, retirar, jalar. For example, you go to the
Okay.
bank and you withdraw money. You withdraw money. You withdraw. That means that you retire. You actually you shouldn't say retire. You should say withdraw. I'm gonna withdraw money from the bank.
Okay, okay,
Withdraw.
okay.
In this case, you draw is like you pull somebody's attention. You attract somebody's attention.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's that one. The second, Mickey, please break.
Break. Take a break from something, doing lunch break, tea break, commercial break. Give somebody a break.
Okay. Let me ask you then something. When do you normally take breaks from work or from school, Mickey?
I normally take breaks when I uh, turn back to my house. In that moment, I just lay in my bed and I read a little bit or I sleep a little bit.
Okay, very good, excellent. Thank you, Mickey. When, or I mean, with whom do you want to have, or do you like to have discussions, Mitch? About what do you like to have discussion? And
Yes.
discussion in this case can be friendly. It doesn't have to be an argument or with animosity, but can be with a friend. With whom do you like to have discussions, and about what do you like to have discussions? What do you like to discuss when you are with your friends, for example?
What do you like to discuss? Mm, well, they always discuss of how many money we are going to it spends when a teacher order us some material, and they discuss which are the best price for all the group.
Okay, it is how much money you're gonna spend, right? So you like to have a discussion with your classmates about the money that you're going to spend or on the money that you are spending. Okay,
Mhm.
very good. Thank you, Mitch. Um, Now, what are the exams that you have always passed easily, Mickey? That you take and that you pass easily?
Um, I passed easily my exam in international trade.
Okay,
Yeah, it was easy to me.
it was easy, right? Very nice. The next one, Mitch. How much homework do you have to do for this week, Mitch?
Mm.
Have a lot of homework to do or not a lot of homework? Not much homework to do.
No, too much. Too much. Actually, too much homework. I lost the count.
Okay, it's a lot, right?
Very much.
All right. Well, now the next, thank you, Mitch. The next word, which is idea, you can question an idea. Have you ever questioned an idea that one of your friends has had or a partner, Mickey? One of your partners has or has had an idea. Have you ever questioned that?
Mm, what do you mean to question an idea?
Yeah, a person suggests something and then you don't accept it immediately.
Oh yeah,
You don't criticize it, but you question it. Hey, what do you mean by that plan? Why do you want to do this? What is the idea behind that? So you question it. You question the idea. You put it under analysis.
yeah, in several times. For example, when my friends wants to go out for a wings restaurant or something like that. Normally they want to do a little bit late, like at 9 or a little bit later than 9. And I always question them if that hour is good because normally the kitchen closes early, and if we go to that hour, probably we're gonna have things to eat.
Yeah, so you question them if that time is right, right? You tell them, is that time okay? Is that time all
Yeah.
right? Okay, very nice. Thank you very much. The next section is learning how to do things. Can you mention three or four things that you have learned how to do, Mitch? I have learned how to do this. I have learned how to do that. Two or three things that you have learned how to do, please.
Okay. Um, uh, I have to learn how. I have to learn more about programming. I have to learn more about Portuguese. I have to learn more about mathematics. Um, I have to learn uh, my dialect
Dialogues.
dialects of my character in the pastorela.
Okay, very nice. Interesting. Thank you very much, Mitch. Here we have something about lessons. Have you ever taught anyone a lesson, Mickey? How to how to make friends, how to become more friendly, how to become more humble, how to be hardworking. I'm sure that having so many friends, partners, I mean, lots of family, cousins, and this and that, you have surely taught somebody a lesson in a nice way. Have you ever taught somebody a lesson?
Yeah, so many times. Mm, Obviously, I know that I'm not perfect, and I'm here to learn so many things. But the things that I learned, um, I tell that to my friends or to my family or to the people who wants to listen me to.
To listen to me, right? To listen to you.
Mhm.
Very
Yeah.
nice. Yeah, that's very, very important. Okay. teach somebody a lesson. All right. Then the word mind has many, many, many acceptions, Mitch. Let's go through some of them, please. Can you read mind and the definitions behind them, and then we choose a couple of them to practice, because this is a very flexible word that has many different applications, please.
Okay. Uh, Mind. Make your mind about something doing. Beers. What means beer in this context?
Bear something in mind,
Beer.
conceive something in mind. Bear is something
Hmm?
that you bear, that you sustain, that you put, that you hold. But you cannot say hold in your mind, right? Because it's something intangible. So
Okay.
bear in mind is keep in mind. Bear
Okay.
something in mind.
Good.
Okay?
Bear in mind
Yes.
and mind about something doing. Change your mind about something doing. Because your mind to my mind are not mine.
¿Lo quieres decir tú?
Um, the so um
So for example, make up your mind. You just decided on something. I just made up my mind about going to the library. You
mhm,
were not sure if you were wanted to go or not, or not, but then you just made up your mind and you decided to go, right? You
yes.
made that decision. I made up my mind about going to Germany in the next couple of years. All right, I just decided that I'm gonna go. Whereas bear in mind is that don't forget, keep in mind, bear something in mind is that you remember something specific in your mind, right?
Mhm.
Also, change your mind is change your opinion. I just changed my mind. I'm not gonna go to Leon this weekend. I'm gonna go somewhere else. Um, and mind if is do you mind if, right? Like, is it important for you if whatever, right? So, what have you made up your mind about? Have you made up your mind? Have you decided? How about have you made up your mind about what you're gonna do this afternoon with your friends or tomorrow? Have you decided? Have you made up your mind?
Um, I have in mind to go to the cinema with my friends after classes tomorrow.
Okay, very good. So you made up your mind, right? You made a decision. I made up
Yeah.
my mind. Very good.
Also could be something like you have keep it in mind if you fail in this subject, you're not going to pass this semester.
Okay, that's something to bear in mind. Yeah, of course. All right, that's a good example. Thank you. All right, the next one is very simple and very common too. Do you have an opinion, Mickey? Thank you, Mitch. Do you have an opinion about free trade in the world, Mickey?
Free trade?
Yes, do you have an opinion about free trade? Is it something desirable, or should there be like uh, controls, some price controls, some production controls, some import tariffs, export tariffs? Well, export tariffs there are not, but import tariffs. Or what do you think about trade? Do you have an opinion about free trade?
Hmm. Uh, I don't know. I think that it's a little bit controversial because, in part, free trade, yeah, it's great because it eliminates different kinds of tariffs or restrictions uh, or taxes. But at the same time, I think that it's necessary to pay taxes because not all the countries are enough developed, or how can I say this? Enough
Developed enough? Developed enough?
developed enough to to trade in the same way than other countries, and it's necessary to get money from the trade that goes through their countries.
Okay, very good. Yeah, okay. Well, that's an opinion. It's not a controversial opinion, but you have an opinion about that. All right. Thank you, Mickey. Pass something to somebody, or pass an exam, pass a building. That's
Um,
quite simple, right, Mitch? Or do you find something unusual in this word? Pass something to somebody, pass the exam, pass a building.
uh-huh.
Okay, let's skip that then and let's go to point. Can you read everything about point on the right, please, Mitch?
Sure. Um, point. She takes somebody point about something doing. She the point of something doing. There is no point in something doing. Like make a point of doing.
Exactly. For example, what is the point of learning Korean? What is the point of learning Korean? Well, maybe,
Uh,
yeah, what is the point of that? I'm sure there
under
are plenty.
understand the Korean stuff and communicate with the Koreans.
Okay, what is the point of studying anything? Why do people study? What is the point of that?
To reach or achieve that knowledge to for their life for their life
Okay, what is the point of making money? Why do people make money? Why do people want to make
um,
money?
to have a basic life or have a good life because
Okay, so that is the, we are what? Because what, Mitch? I'm sorry.
you can hear me, teacher.
Now I can. Now I can. I lost you for
uh,
a second.
Sorry. I was telling that we are the only animal in the world who pays to stay in the world.
Okay, that's a good point actually. All right, I like the comment. Well, sense. Thank you, Mitch. Let's go to the next word, which is sense. Make a sense of something. Uh, make a sense of something. Do you make sense of classmates not talking to themselves? Do you make sense of that, Mickey, or it's absurd? Because that happens in my classroom in at Liceo, for example. There is a group of four girls that don't talk to a couple of other girls in the same class. Do you make a sense of that? Do you make sense of that?
Um, well, something happens. Actually, at the beginning of my university, happened to me, and I was only with my group of friends, and my group of friends are another boy and two girls. But it wasn't like a paradigm, or how can I say this?
Paradigm, yeah.
Paradigm. No, it was because the majority of the obviously there are now my friends, but at the beginning uh, I had other idea on my mind. But I realized that my classmates are well, they have different likes than me,
Okay.
and that's why at the beginning I tried to mm, not to avoid them, but to take my own space and yeah, continue with my life. They continue with them and with their lives, and all good. But sometimes it makes sense, but in other cases,
It makes no
sometimes
sense.
not. Yeah, no.
Makes no sense. Yeah, well, tell you what, that happens to all of us. That happened to me with a class, with a coworker, a colleague at Siemens. It was horrible. It lasted 3 years. Well. So I couldn't make sense of that. To this day, I say that was so absurd that I had constant quarrels with a guy that is my neighbor in the job, in an important job, and it just there was no chemistry. But well, I couldn't make sense of that at that time, but now I can make sense of that with fun and laughter. Well,
Yeah.
okay. Thank you, Mickey. Let's do the last one, which is making or accepting a suggestion. What do you rather do, Mitch? Making or accepting suggestions, or is it the same? Or you take suggestions easily, or do you give suggestions? You make suggestions easily. Is it easy for you to make suggestions? Is it easy for you to accept suggestions, or do you have a preference towards one of them, Mitch?
Personally, I prefer to make suggestions
Okay.
because if I know that a person is having an issue, a problem, that same problem happened to me before, and fortunately I solved that problem correctly and fine, I could maybe do a suggestion. Hey, what about if you try doing this or that? um, and well, things like that. Often when someone do me a suggestion, well, I
Mitch is makes a suggestion.
sorry, makes me a suggestion. I used to thank them. I usually take it in count and apply them in my things. But sometimes are things that I already know, but I didn't apply them in that time. But always is good.
Okay.
Of course, if the intention of the other people is good, because other times people do suggestions just for bullying the person, and well, things like that.
Okay. I hope you are not like I was when I was a youngster, that people would tell me, I suggest that you go right, okay, and then I go left.
uh,
That's how I used to do, and how I used to behave. But of course, I was very
Sometimes.
young. I was a youngster. I was kind of rebellious, but well.
Yeah.
Okay, Mitch, Mickey, I need to go. I need to go because I have something pending. I left the beans on the stove, as they
Oh.
say. No, I'm just joking. I need to complete some tasks.
Yes, sir.
But should we continue tomorrow, maybe, as we had planned originally?
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that is that?
At which time, teacher?
I would suggest that we do it like at what about three to four? Is that a good time? Or 2:30 to 3:30? The earliest possible, if that's okay with you guys. 3 to 4 or
Mm,
2:30 to 3:30.
I would prefer 2:30 to 3:30.
Is that
Honestly.
okay with you, Mickey? 2:30 to 3:30.
2:30 to 3:30. Yes, sure, it's okay.
Okay. Well, so let me then write that down.
Oh no!
You're busy.
No, tomorrow I have Taekwondo,
Oh, okay. So
and I end at 4:30.
you finish at 4:30, or you start at 4:30?
I don't know. I finished 4:30.
Well, let me then see if 4:30 is okay. Can I confirm later today if 4:30 is okay?
Yes,
No.
sure. Oh,
I'm so sorry.
No, that's okay. That's okay. So,
After Taekwondo, I have Issei of the Pastorela. I forget that
okay.
detail.
So I think we might have to skip tomorrow and do it until next, maybe Sunday, the third class.
You can on Saturday.
On Saturday, this Saturday I have to go to Leon to the dentist.
Okay, okay.
So it might
when?
have to be Saturday, this Saturday.
Me each other, we are not gonna be there. Here, sorry.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Really?
You were planning
Me
to go
too.
out. Yeah,
Gonna be
that's
here.
true.
Oh,
So Well, maybe Sunday morning,
If we
early,
can, it's okay.
Yeah,
like 8 to 9, maybe 8 to 9 would be okay
Sure.
eight
on
to
Sunday.
nine,
Yeah, on Sunday. Only
Yeah,
this one.
8 to 9.
or no, yeah, it's okay.
8 to 9. Okay, just one time. All right. Well, so thank you, Mitch, Mickey. You guys take care. See you Sunday then.